How big this shirt is on me. I don't even know. I don't think I can wear this in public anymore. It might be too embarrassing. Hey guys, what's up? So today I thought that I would just kind of talk about why I do keto. There's a lot of diets out there, and there's lots of ones that I've tried and have never really been successful at, but keto, for some reason, I have been. And so let me talk about something for a second. So when I was 21, I want to say, or 20, I might have been 20, actually. I think I was 20. That's a long time ago. It's hard for me to remember with my old brain. When I was like 20, I was a pretty large dude, and so I decided that I should take care of it. And so I jumped on at the time, which is the Atkins diet, which is essentially the keto diet. And so I did all of the things I'm supposed to do. I cut out sugar, I cut out carbs. I mostly just ate a lot of pizza stuff, and there's a restaurant that I loved. Actually, I showed you guys before. It's called Spiro's. They have a crustless pizza that they do, and so I would go there almost every night. It was crazy. And so, so I ate a lot of that, and I was able to lose over 100 pounds. And I actually, here, if you want, there's a picture. I have a picture. I should put it up. And so, but over the years, I slowly gained it back. And then probably when I turned, I think I was 20, I think I was 29, I decided again, like, hey, it's time. And so I did another thing on keto, lost another 80 pounds. And so I was feeling good, and it was good. And then slowly, once again, I let myself go. But when I got married to Amy, we both kind of decided together, like, hey, let's try to get healthy. And so we both started doing different diets. And so we tried this. We tried the keto diet together, and she did not like it, which is surprising because she loves steak and bacon, and so that's like a lot of things you can eat right there. But it just didn't cooperate with her well, and so we gave up. And then we tried Weight Watchers, and she was successful on it, but I was not, because let me tell you something. If I am allowed to eat things like sugar, I will go out of control. And so, like, cause I have bad self-control with that stuff. And so I think I got like 32 Weight Watchers points back. This is before freestyle, so this was 5 years ago almost. I used to eat a package of peanut butter M&Ms every single day, and it was 7 points of my points, and I was fine doing that. And that's part of the problem why I wasn't successful on the Weight Watchers diet, is because I just wasn't good at it. And so I always made terrible choices because I had the options to. I said, oh, I have the points, I might as well use it, not knowing that, like, that's not the way it works. You're supposed to change your eating habits and stuff like that. And so, but this time around, we really wanted to be successful. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I know that I've been successful in the past on keto, and I knew that I had to change a couple things up this time. And it's really working out for me, obviously, because I've lost almost 70 pounds. I think I was at 68 this last week. So I'm hoping to cruise into the 70s this week. We'll see. I've been learning slow things about the keto process and how like weekly weigh-ins are really important, and how you're supposed to like kind of change your macros up if you're kind of struggling a little bit. Like for a couple weeks in a row, I had this was a couple months ago, I hadn't lost any weight, and so I had to change everything and restructure the way that I do stuff so that I was losing weight. So that stuff's really important. But for me, like, doing the keto diet, there's not really a lot of options for the other diets out there for me. I don't have the kind of self-control that I do on the keto diet, because for the most part, I am able to sort of get into the mental state that I need to on this diet, because I know that if I cheat that and I eat something I'm not supposed to, it's gonna throw me off. And so being able to know that mentality, like if I was on the Weight Watchers diet and I was like, oh, I want some ice cream, or I'm craving something that I'm not supposed to eat, like I know that I would give in to myself and say it's fine, go ahead and do it, because there's nothing to like stop my progress fully. And so with the keto diet, there is, like if I ate, you know, some ice cream now, it might throw me off and I have to restart my process. So that's why we decided for 6 months that we weren't going to cheat for a solid 6 months, because we thought, hey, you know, let's really commit to it and see what we can do in 6 months. And obviously we're both doing a pretty good job, and actually being able to put this stuff on to YouTube and to on our Instagram, to be able to be accountable to other people too, is like really, really helpful for us, because hey, you know, we really want to be successful and we want our lives to change over this, and the best way to do that is to put it out there and be like, hey, this is us, this is our changing. I mean, we've been pretty good so far. Once we cheat for our if you don't know, we're cheating for 4 days for our anniversary. And so we're gonna, because it goes hand in hand, and we didn't really plan it that way, but it just happens to kind of fall around the time that our 6 months are up, right around our anniversary. And so we decided to go straight into the Wednesday before. I think our anniversary is on a Friday, and so we're gonna go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then go right back into dieting on Monday. And so we already kind of planned everything out on how we're gonna cheat and what we're gonna do, and we're excited. We're gonna spend all day at Disney on our anniversary and do a bunch of stuff, and obviously we'll film some of the fun food that we get to try for the first time in a really long time. And so I will probably be freaking out because I'll be on sugar highs and stuff, so I'm trying to not to do too much, just because I don't want to gain like 15 pounds for no reason. So so anyways, so the keto diet, I don't know if you know that, if you do watch videos for a while, I get on tangents when I do these videos by myself. So I'll circle back around to whatever I was talking about. I just have rabbit trail problems, I think. Anyways, so keto for me is just really important to be really disciplined, and that's the reason why I chose it, is because it helps me be disciplined just basis on the diet itself. I very much have a sweet tooth. I have love breads, and that sort of pasta is one of my favorite things to make. And so on this diet I can't have that stuff, and even though those things exist for me, so like I can have, like, there's keto products out there for things like noodles, and I just recently bought this thing called keto cereals from the cereal school. Not my thing. I haven't tried it with milk or anything, but I was just eating it dry, and it's just something about the texture after you bite into it, it just didn't set right with me, and kind of made me kind of grossed out. And so I have way too much. I'm gonna let my brother-in-law try some. Maybe he'll like it. So there's a lot of products out there for keto, but I really try to just do base things. So the most keto friendly thing I get is the low carb tortilla shells that I use kind of on a regular basis. I think I had too many this week. We'll see when I weigh in, but yeah, it's really important to be disciplined for me on this diet, on a diet in general, but the keto one really helps me out, because you're cutting out the things that really do make you kind of gain weight. So sugar for me, you know, being constantly, like, I love cereal, which is the point of the keto cereal thing. I love sugary cereal. It's like one of my favorite things to eat, and you know, before we were dieting, I basically just had boxes of cereal in the house that I just eat it as a snack, you know. There's nothing better than a good bowl of cereal at nighttime. Don't know if you knew that or not, but it is definitely fun, especially because even though I'm not supposed to, I used to have really terrible acid reflux. Actually, since losing weight, my acid reflux has been getting better, which is, you know, what the doctors told me, and is very much true. So because there's not as much pressure in that area with, you know, with when you gain weight and stuff. And so I used to have to eat, I'd go out at night and I would eat food because I knew that it would help with my acid reflux, which is just like, you're just prolonging the acid reflux problem, right? So like, I would be taking Tums all the time, and I was taking, oh, what is the name of that? Starts with a P. It's a purple package. I can't think of the name, but I was taking that for acid reflux. And if you know anything about acid reflux, it's essentially like a really terrible burning sensation in your esophagus if you eat too much acidic stuff. For me, it wasn't really pizza, which surprised me. Sometimes, depending on the pizza sauce, yes. But like spaghetti would do it for me, obviously, tomato things, ketchup and stuff like that. But sometimes I'd eat like Cheez-Its and it would give me heartburn. It's just, you know, how it is. And so actually over the years I've gained, or I got it checked, you know, years and years and years ago, but basically I have hiatal hernia, which is like a little divot in my esophagus, so things get trapped there, and it was just brutal. And so I'd have to eat at night to get it to force down, but then I'd wake up and feel miserable anyways, and so it's just one of those things. Sorry, I had to change the battery on the camera because it was blinking at me. Super weird. This camera battery is interesting. It says it's full when you turn it on, and then you could be recording for a couple minutes and all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, it's not full anymore, and then you get a blinking battery light. So anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about, but acid reflux. So anyway, so I'd eat to get the acid reflux down, and then it was just a cycle, and it was bad. So losing weight has really helped that prospect, which I really, really appreciate. So that's why, like, the foods that I try to eat on this diet for keto stuff, I usually just do base level things, because I don't want to, every time I eat something that is like keto friendly or like keto bread or whatever it is, like, it just doesn't taste right to me, and I'd rather just eat the not keto friendly stuff, meaning just meat, cheese, salads, you know, a lot of chicken because it's just fun to make it and stuff. So, but yeah, so the keto, that's why I picked the keto diet, is just, it really helps me control my temptations, and it helps me control everything that I do food wise. Mentally, it really helps me because I'm fully committed. So like I'm in with both feet in the keto, because if you're in half and half, it won't work for you. So if you're like, hey, I'm thinking about doing keto, just know that you have to fully commit to it, or it's not going to work for you. And I know I've read a lot of stories of people who say, you know, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I'm eating 100 carbs a day, blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, you need to drop them to 20. Start with 20 and then go from there. I know a lot of people increase over time, especially people who are maintaining. If you maintain your weight, you don't have to go hardcore and go like 20 and under like I do to lose weight. And so I think that's one thing that for me that's probably going to change, is I'm not going to once I've kind of hit my goal weight, I'm actually going to go under my goal weight, because I know that once you get off of the keto diet, you kind of gain a little bit of weight. So I'm going to go probably 10 under if I can get it, and then get off of it, and then immediately just eat what Amy's going to eat on Weight Watchers. And so that way I am not really going terribly over things. I am going to maintain, which is the most important thing to me at this point, because I really want to make sure that I don't get back up to that weight again, because that weight was really high. I've never been that heavy before. And so I just want to make sure that I don't have future health problems due to my weight, and I want to make sure that I, you know, really have a lot of energy, because like at some point we're going to have children. And so I want to make sure that I have the energy for kids, and I'm not just like a fat dad that, you know, doesn't have time for his kids because he's too tired from, I don't know, doing something that any normal person wouldn't be tired by. So, yeah, so it's important to me and my future family and, you know, my health and stuff, that we get this under control, and we're able to, you know, I'm lucky with my family seems to have longevity in it. My grandpa is 89 years old, and he's turning 90 in December, and so his siblings all lived to be in their 90s too, and so I think obviously, and my grandma's still alive at 89 too, and so the longevity definitely exists in my family, and I'd like to take advantage of that. And so part of that is me not obviously being obese, severely obese actually, and making sure that I am consistent in this diet. And so that's why I picked keto. It's good for me to mentally be in it. It helps me focus. And actually the fun thing about the keto diet is once you're in it, it's weird, like you feel really foggy and kind of gross for the first week or so, because you're kind of getting sugar out of it. Takes a while to get sugar out of your system, so you're basically detoxing from sugar. And so, but once you're out of the detox and you're like, it's weird, like things are just, you can think clearly, because before you're just kind of like everything's really foggy. And that's the thing, is a lot of people quit keto after the first couple days because of the way it makes them feel. They think they feel sluggish, and which they do. I mean, you do feel a little sluggish and stuff, but once you get through the headaches and the keto flu, it's like a switch gets flipped, and all of a sudden you just feel so much better. Things are less foggy, like you feel like you can actually understand things sometimes. Like my brain, I feel like fires a little bit quicker. And so now that's not for everybody, but for me that's how it works. And so yeah, so keto is definitely a good option for weight loss, and especially if you need to be disciplined. It's one that it comes with a little bit of discipline in the diet already, because you have to cut out all these things, and so it's very helpful. So if you're thinking about doing keto, I suggest that you just do it. Just jump in both feet. Do it consistently. Give yourself a time limit. If you have struggling with diets and you are like, hey, I only do it for so long and then I cheat and I ruin everything, consistently do it for a whole month. Say, hey, I'm gonna do this for 30 days or 31 days, or do it for 4 weeks consistently. See how much weight you've lost. Do it right for 4 weeks, and then from there, at that point you're gonna say, hey, this is working really well, I don't want to mess this up, and you're gonna stay on it, because it's the thing. It's pretty cool when you see those scale numbers going down. So anyways, this video is a little bit longer than I expected, but thanks for watching. Hopefully I can do a little encouraging there for you if you're thinking about doing keto. And yeah, it's a fun diet, so it's definitely fun. I'm going to be trying out some new recipes again next week from that book, so I'll probably post one of those videos. Didn't do so good with the last one, but that's okay. That's why we try these things. So I'm going to do a breakfast recipe and a dinner recipe. So thanks for watching. If you're new, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We're going to continue obviously posting a lot of diet videos, but we have a trip planned soon and a couple other fun videos instead of diet things. We're going to switch some stuff up. I mean, we're still going to post Weight Watchers and what we eat and that kind of stuff to be helpful, and it helps us too. But the trip is going to be a different video, up to Arizona to see my niece play, and then we're going to go to Universal and Disneyland and that kind of stuff. So you'll see some different stuff, but at the same time you'll see some same things. So if you're new, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and if you have any tips for me for different recipes to check out for keto, or some product that you think that I might like, let me know in the comments. Like I said, consistently, or food texture is really good. Like, I have a hard time. So if you found like something that's like keto bread or whatever it is that you say, hey, this actually is good, let me know in the comments, because maybe I'll check it out. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a great weekend.